Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed the Indian diaspora in Shanghai, and with me is Rahul Kamal live from Shanghai. Rahul, there's a big takeaway from what the Prime Minister said. He said President Xi Jinping and he have a personal equation. He talked about that bhaichara, and that's a big message that comes out of him. India and China need to come together.
Oh, absolutely, Gaurav. I just want to show you what's happening over here. Just a moment, one moment. Because you are right that the Prime Minister of India usually should be. Let my camera person come up and show you the crowds here. The Prime Minister of India should actually be liaising and speaking only to the Premier of China. That's what protocol says, especially in a country like China, which is as conscious as it is. Despite that, he's able to build a rapport with arguably the most important in Asia, possibly the world, and that several of decisions, Gaurav. For example, the decision with visa. Now that decision could not have been taken without the Prime Minister pushing it through, because at the end of the day, it's a big political risk. It's a big political risk. It can go wrong. Now tomorrow, if the Chinese don't change their mind, staple visas, the Congress is going to come at the Prime Minister hard. They'll say, you gave e-visas to China, you given a staple visa. It's taken himself as political, because he's been able to establish that kind of a relationship with Xi Jinping. Therefore, it gives him confidence to be able to take that kind of a decision. I'm being told it isn't 100% black and white yet, but there has been talk about why China continues with these staple visas. They haven't given any firm answer, but there is a possibility, Gaurav, be a thing also, or that too would be fairly significant if it were to happen. So the thinking really in the government was, if you link these two issues, the e-visa with the staple visa, let's take a decision, let's show large-heartedness, and then let's see how the Chinese respond. Below, you got a big Indian flag that you put out, you've got people chanting Modi, and it's interesting because this is 1/9 of the Indian population in China. Gaurav, you know, there are only about 40,000 Indians all across China. About 5,000 of them are here in this community in Shanghai. It's 1 in 9 Indians. I want to go across now to the master of this program. Can I get a quick word with you? You seem to have put together a fabulous program. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You're happy with the way this?
Absolutely. I think it was a great show, and I think everybody was really enthusiastic.
To put this kind of a crowd together, because this is Shanghai. This is not New York City.
That's true. We have enough China in China, and everybody's interested. And yes, if you put the message out, get people from more than 9 states all across from China, from the north right down to Hong Kong, and everybody's made it, and yeah, great event.
Gaurav, you've seen how the Indian community, thank you so much, great job.
Right,
you've seen how, Gaurav, the Indian community in the United States is very well organized. They've got community functions already here. They're not even allowed to have temples because this is a communist country. They stay in isolated patches. There is no Jekish heights anywhere over here. But despite that, to be able to bring these people together is not a small accomplishment. Let me speak to the lady who was leading the ceremonies over here. What did you make of the kind of speech that the Prime Minister gave?
I think it was very relevant to us Indians living in China, and I loved his idea of getting 5 Chinese people to visit. Yeah,
are you going to try and do that?
Definitely. I will definitely, maybe not 5, even 10 people. I will ask them to visit India, show them a beautiful country, and help to increase our tourism industry.
This is the moment of our life. I mean, we never thought that the event of this grandeur can ever happen in China. This is the biggest foreign community event happening in China.
For any
community, for that matter, even for Chinese, they never allow this, but it's happening. So this is like,
you know, the Chinese don't allow rallies to happen, and I was standing next to a CCTV journalist, that's the state broadcaster. She was rather flummoxed by what she was seeing, because they actually have never seen anything like this. Tell us about the kind of organization that went into trying to put this together.
Basically, a lot of Indian local associations all across the China has been working from last almost 2 months, create this mega event here, especially a lot of effort and hard work put by the Indian Association Shanghai group. This all has been
Great job by all of you. Tell me, Lady, what did you think of what the Prime Minister said?
Oh, he said something really nice, some very nice things, and wherever he goes, he has this enthusiasm. Everywhere people are going crazy here since 11 o'clock in the morning, and to hear him, we got all our blood rushing crazy. हो गया था, बहुत अच्छा उसने बोला. He spoke very well.
Which part of what the Prime Minister said?
I like the fact that he got all of us, the Chinese people living here in China.
Chinese people there for tourism. I mean, that is going to be great when he. आप हजारों Indians, लाखों Chinese को वहाँ लेके जा सकते हैं. I mean, if you think about it, it makes so much sense, you know.
Why haven't you thought of this so far?
No, now we will. Now he's reminded us. Till
now, this was the time we needed a good leader. Now we have a good leader.
That's what it is.
Modi is the person, you know. If that is happen every year, every person, if 5 people take to India, then it is a great.
Because the reality is that Indians know very little about China and the Chinese people know very little about us.
Yeah, they don't know very little about us. They keep asking us, you know, कि तुम्हारा ऐसे कैसे होता है? Why do you put mehendi? Why do you put sindoor? Why do you put bindi? So we keep telling them stories. We come to our weddings and see, you know, one of them. On my wedding, there's so many Chinese people, and they were on the stage. They were clicking pictures. Everything was going crazy. You know, they keep asking. They're very curious. He's right.
Interesting idea indeed to increase cooperation between India and China. Yes, what did you make, ma'am, of the Prime Minister? They want us to step down, so can we just step down and continue from there? Yeah, let's just step down. We'll carry on once we come down. The security in China, Gaurav, is something that you never mess with. It's absolutely a no-no. If they want you to get down, you get down. Absolutely. Okay, so tell us, what part of what the Prime Minister said touched you the most?
See, everything touched us about Modi, but he said that we should improve relation between China and India, person to person. So yeah, we are conducting lot of workshop for Chinese. We do lot of dance workshop, and person to person interaction is too much. And Modi ji's leher is amazing, and we love Modi. Yeah! And thanks to Indian Association who has done wonderful job. And Modi ji said personally to them कि उन्होंने झंडा गाड़ दिया Shanghai में. Indian Association ने झंडा गाड़ दिया. He said personally, and it was amazing.
You can see the kind of sentiment here, Gaurav, and I want to take you back to our studios, but he's really turned all these people who've come here into brand ambassadors of India and into brand ambassadors of maybe the Prime Minister himself.
As the Prime Minister's trip to China winds down, a final comment on Ambassador. What would be the key takeaway from this visit? Different from the rest?
I'd say it builds on previous visits. We've seen a very constructive step forward in our bilateral relations. I won't describe this as a path-breaking visit, but certainly we've had constructive outcomes in a number of areas. And taken in their totality, I think you are seeing a major step forward in our bilateral relations.
A major step forward, you say. Dr. Joshi, when the Prime Minister talks about his personal equation with President Xi Jinping, and he said, "Itni atmiyata, itna bhaichara, ye +1 hai rishte mein." Does it mean something?
You know, in modern symmetry, this is his 6th meeting with Xi Jinping. In modern symmetry, this does matter, but it doesn't matter as much as we think it does. In the sense, you know, leaders of the countries are hard-headed people. They are pushing their respective countries' point of view across. They are senior politicians. They're the head of a government. They haven't reached there just like that. So there would be a certain amount of human interface between the two, but I wouldn't overdo it, because as I said, they are looking at each other as the head of their respective governments, but the very fact that you meet in so many occasions, you do get to understand the other guy's body language, the way even if you don't understand his actual language.
Okay.